Well, many college students are about to start the new school year worrying the impact of COVID-19 will plunge them deeper in debt. As the I-Team has been reporting, many are now stuck in apartment leases they no longer want or need because their classes are going online. While the odds are against getting out of these contracts, we found some students are determined to fight. Sana Joffrey is starting her second year at UC Riverside. In January, she signed a lease for an off-campus apartment for the upcoming school year, a move that was supposed to save her money.
I have years of education ahead of me, so I thought it was the responsible thing to do, to find off-campus housing, something affordable.
But right now, it is far from affordable. Most of UC Riverside's classes will be online this fall, so Sana no longer needs her apartment. She asked her corporate landlord to let her out of her lease and was told no.
Look, everyone is hurting right now, but I don't think that's a reason to make sure student tenants are punished even more.
Sana's not alone. In fact, 70% of UC Riverside students live off campus, and college students across the state at other schools, possibly hundreds of thousands of them, are in a similar bind.
Well, it's really difficult for college students to break their leases in California.
Tenants' rights attorney Joseph Tobiner says some cities like Berkeley have tried to pass a law that would allow college students impacted by COVID to break their lease. But he says there's a state law that trumps any local laws.
The state law is pretty strict and says that if you enter into a lease, you're on the hook for the full lease for the remainder of the tenancy.
Yet some local jurisdictions are still trying anyway. Solano County in Northern California is allowing tenants impacted by COVID to break leases. Tobiner doesn't think in the end the state will allow it, but he says this action will spark lawsuits, which will get the governor's attention.
We'd like to see the state step in, do the research to find out how many college students are being affected, and then come in and put together some new laws that will protect these college students from being held liable for the full lease amounts.
And Tobiner doesn't expect landlords to take the hit either. He says the state needs to provide them with subsidies until they can re-rent their properties. As for Sana, this public policy major is getting a good hands-on lesson. She's lobbying the city of Riverside to help students break their leases. But in the meantime, she has no choice but to pay her landlord $800 a month.
My family, we are lucky enough to be in a situation where this only hurts. This could be devastating for other people who have gone through significant job loss in their families.
Now, UC Riverside does own some off-campus housing properties, and it says it is waiving rent for those students. But for properties it doesn't own, its hands are tied, it says. It has no authority. Attorney Joseph Tobiner says some leases contain language that do allow you to break them. For more on that, go to our website, NBCLA.com.